A normal train ride turns into a nightmare when a deadly outbreak spreads across South Korea. But this story is not just about zombies. It's about sacrifice, fear, and what people become when survival is the only option. You're watching Official Hub 24, and today we're breaking down the full story of Train to Busan. Our story begins on a quiet road in the South Korean countryside. A truck driver is heading home after a long shift. His phone buzzes. He reaches for it, distracted for just a second, and slams into something. He hits the brakes hard. He steps out, annoyed, expecting to deal with damage or maybe an angry animal. Instead, he finds a deer lying motionless on the road, dead. He sighs, gets back in his truck, and drives off. But here's where things get strange. After he leaves, the deer twitches. Its legs jerk. Slowly, unnaturally, it rises back to its feet. Its eyes are no longer normal. They're pale, milky white, lifeless. Yet it stands there, frozen, staring into nothing. This isn't just roadkill coming back to life. This is the first sign of something horrific spreading across South Korea. Something no one is prepared for. Meanwhile, in Seoul, we meet Seok-woo, a successful fund manager, sharply dressed, always on his phone. He's the kind of man who measures life in deals and deadlines. Wealthy, busy, emotionally distant. He's also a divorced father. His young daughter, Suan, lives with him, but their relationship is strained. Seok-woo provides everything money can buy, toys, gadgets, comfort, but never the one thing she actually wants, his time. Today is Suan's birthday. She doesn't ask for a gift. She asks for something simple, to visit her mother in Busan. Seok-woo hesitates. He's too busy, too important, but the guilt weighs on him. Reluctantly, he agrees to take her on the early morning KTX train from Seoul to Busan. It's supposed to be a quick trip, a chance to be a better father. He has no idea what's waiting for them. The next morning, Seok-woo and Suan board the train at Seoul Station. It's packed with passengers, businessmen in suits, elderly travelers, a high school baseball team joking around, and a tough-looking man named Sang-wha traveling with his pregnant wife, Song Kyung. There's also a homeless man sitting alone, muttering to himself. Everyone ignores him. They'll regret that later. As the train pulls away from the platform, chaos erupts outside. Through the windows, passengers see people running, screaming, and attacking each other on the platform. But the doors close. The train moves. They're safe. Or so they think. Just before the doors seal shut, a young woman stumbles aboard. She's shaking, sweating. Her leg is bleeding badly, the wound dark and infected. She collapses in the rear bathroom, convulsing violently. A train attendant notices something is wrong. She approaches carefully, calling out to the woman. No response. She opens the bathroom door. Big mistake. The woman isn't sick anymore. She's something else entirely. In one violent motion, she lunges at the attendant, sinking her teeth deep into her throat. Blood sprays across the bathroom walls. The attendant screams, but only for a second. Within moments, the attendant's body goes rigid. Her eyes roll back. Her limbs twitch and crack. And then she rises. No longer human. The infection has boarded the train. The virus doesn't spread slowly. It explodes. One bite. That's all it takes. Within seconds, the infected convulse violently. Bones snapping, muscles twitching, before rising as mindless rabid creatures with only one instinct, attack. The rear cars descend into chaos. Passengers scream and scatter in every direction. Some try to fight. Most just run. But on a moving train, there's nowhere to go. Seok-woo hears the commotion. He grabs Suan's hand and pulls her toward the front of the train. They push through panicked crowds, stepping over fallen passengers, not looking back. Behind them, the infected multiply. Every person bitten becomes another monster within seconds. The horde grows larger with each passing moment. A group of survivors manages to barricade themselves inside one of the middle cars. They slam the doors shut just as a wave of infected crashes against the glass. The zombies are relentless, clawing, smashing, throwing themselves against the barrier. But the doors hold. For now. Inside the car, survivors catch their breath. Seok-woo counts heads. His daughter is safe beside him. Sang-wha, the muscular working-class husband, keeps his pregnant wife close. A few members of the baseball team huddle together, terrified. And then there's Young-suk, an older businessman in an expensive suit. He's calm. Too calm. Already calculating who's useful and who's expendable. The conductor announces over the intercom that the train will stop at Taejun Station. Military and medical teams are waiting. Help is coming. For a moment, hope fills the car. But hope doesn't last long in this story. The train pulls into Taejun Station. The platform looks empty. Quiet. The announcement said rescue teams would be waiting. Passengers rush toward the doors, desperate to escape the nightmare behind them. Seok-woo hesitates. Something feels wrong. The homeless man, the one everyone ignored, warns them not to get off. No one listens. The doors open. Survivors flood onto the platform, relief washing over their faces. They made it. They're safe. Then the screaming starts. The station isn't a rescue point. It's a slaughterhouse. Soldiers are scattered across the platform, but they're not helping anyone. They're infected. The entire station has been overrun. Passengers who just stepped off the train are torn apart within seconds. Blood sprays across the concrete. People try to run back to the train, but most don't make it. In the chaos, Seok-woo gets separated from Suin. His daughter ends up trapped in a different train car across the platform, along with Song Kyeong, the pregnant woman, and a pair of elderly sisters. They're surrounded, defenseless. Seok-woo watches through the window, helpless. His daughter is over there. He has to reach her. Seok-woo makes a decision. He's going through the station. Sang-hwa joins him, not because he has to, but because that's the kind of man he is. A high school baseball player named Yong-guk volunteers too. His girlfriend is also trapped on the other side. The three men prepare for the worst. They move through the station like soldiers, silent, cautious, using the infected's weakness against them. These zombies hunt by sound and movement. In darkness, they're nearly blind. The trio creeps through shadowed corridors. Every breath feels too loud. Every footstep a risk. At one point, they're pinned in a storage room. Zombies claw at the door. Sang-hwa holds it shut with his entire body while Seok-woo searches for another way out. They find one. Barely. After a brutal fight through the station, they finally reach the other train car. The reunion is emotional. Seok-woo holds his daughter tight, promising to protect her. But they're not safe yet. The survivors board a working train and start moving again. For a moment, there's hope. They're heading toward Busan, supposedly the last safe zone in South Korea. But when Seok-woo, Sang-hwa, and the others try to return to the main passenger car where more survivors are hiding, they're met with a locked door. Young-suk, the businessman, stands on the other side. He's convinced that anyone who fought through infected areas might be contaminated. He turns the other passengers against the rescue group. Fear spreads faster than logic. The survivors inside, people who moments ago were grateful for their safety, now refuse to open the door. Mothers shield their children. Elderly passengers look away. No one speaks up. They leave Seok-woo, his daughter, Sang-hwa, his pregnant wife, and the others locked out in a connecting hallway. Trapped between cars. Trapped between the living and the dead. It's one of the most gut-wrenching moments in the film. Not because of zombies, but because of human selfishness. These people would rather condemn others to death than risk their own safety. Karma comes fast. A horde of infected breaks into the main passenger car from the opposite end. The same people who refused to help are now being attacked. Young-suk doesn't hesitate. He shoves other passengers into the path of zombies to buy himself time. Women. Elderly. It doesn't matter. He runs. Meanwhile, Sang-hwa fights like a warrior. He uses his bare fists, a baseball bat, anything he can find. He holds back wave after wave of infection, protecting his pregnant wife and the others. But there are too many. He's bitten. He feels it immediately, the virus entering his bloodstream, spreading through his body. His hands start trembling. His vision blurs. But he doesn't stop fighting. Sang-hwa knows what's coming. He can feel himself slipping away, his thoughts becoming cloudy, his body no longer his own. He looks at his wife one last time. She's crying, begging him to hold on. But he knows the truth. He's already gone. With his last moments of humanity, he holds back the infected, screaming at the others to run. He doesn't ask for help. He doesn't ask for mercy. He just fights, one man against a horde, so that his wife and unborn child might live. His final thoughts are of them. Then he turns. Another zombie. Another tragedy. The remaining survivors make it to the front engine car. Only a few are left. Seok-woo, Suin, Song Kyung, and the train conductor. They're almost at Busan. Almost safe. But Young-suk, still alive through sheer cowardice, causes one final disaster. In his panic, he opens a door that lets the infected flood the engine room. The conductor is bitten. Young-suk himself is bitten. And in his dying moments, Young-suk grabs Seok-woo. Seok-woo is infected. He feels it immediately, the virus burning through his veins, his body beginning to betray him. His hands shake. His vision darkens. But he fights it. With everything he has, he fights to stay human just a little longer. He looks at his daughter. This little girl he neglected for so long. This child who only ever wanted his love. He tells her he's sorry. He tells her he loves her. Words he should have said 1,000 times before. Then, knowing he's about to lose himself completely, he walks to the back of the train car. He looks at his daughter one last time, and throws himself off the moving train. He died not as a fund manager, not as a businessman. He dies as a father. Suin and Song Kyung are the only ones left. The train finally stops. They step off into darkness, walking through a long tunnel toward a military blockade. Soldiers see figures approaching and raise their weapons. In the shadows, they can't tell if the survivors are human or infected. Fingers hover over triggers. Then Suin starts singing. It's a song her father loved. A song she was practicing for his birthday. Her voice echoes through the tunnel. Soft, innocent, undeniably human. The soldiers lower their guns. Train to Busan isn't just a zombie movie. It's a story about fear, and what it does to people. Some become monsters. Some become heroes. And some discover, too late, what really matters in life. Seok-woo started this journey as a distant, workaholic father. He ended it as a man willing to die for his daughter. That's the full story of Train to Busan. You've been watching at Official Hub 24, where we break down the stories that stay with you. If you enjoyed this recap, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment telling me which movie I should cover next. I'll see you in the next one.